Good evening, Flosstube. I'm Tanya, the Starlit Stitcher, and welcome to my channel all about cross stitch and other possibly unrelated things that I've been up to since you last saw me. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm very excited to show you what I've got going on. I have 3 projects to show you, so let's go and see, okay? All right, so since you last saw me, I was able to finish the elephant and owl kit that I had started. And here it is. It's all finished into the pillow. It's friggin' adorable. It's so cute. Now, I will say that I did not have very much fun backstitching these owls. As you can see, it's a little bit crazy on there. So I just kind of backstitched as I went so that I would not have to do them all at the same time. And that is how eventually I got it done. And then on the back, I did as I did with the other pillows that I've finished so far typically, as I just do the foldy open on the back, like so. This one's a little bit chubby. One of these days I'll get my measurements right when I'm sewing, but hey, you know, everyone gets perfect. Or maybe I should learn how to do like buttonholes or something. Then that way, when this happens, I can do like a buttonhole, get a button, and then they can just button. I don't know. Okay, we'll think about this next year if I make any more pillows. But until then, ideas just kind of randomly roll through my head. But for now, here we go. The little girl is definitely going to love this. And now, all of the gift items are FFO'd because you know what I also did? I finally finished my mom's puppy ornaments. Okay, I'm so excited. Now, I finished these into 6-inch tart tins. Alrighty, so I have a total of 4 here. Oh, it's kind of funny trying to hold them all at once, but these are the 4 of them, okay? Now, these are the Shar-pei puppy from Encyclopedia of Puppies by Kooler Design Studio. And how they're originally charted is this one here. So I designated this one as the cream puppy and stitched it as it said. They're all on opalescent white Aida, so you can see the sparkle in there. It's 28 count, and so yeah, I finished them into these 6-inch tart tin pans. Which one did I do next? I believe I did the black one next. But yeah, I'll put the information down below on how I changed the DMC colors, because other than the first one that I did all the colors myself, but this one is the black one. And it came out pretty good. And then I did the red one, which personally, this one's my favorite. I think that this one came out the best out of all of them that I custom colored. But look at him, he's so cute. But yeah, I think this one's definitely my favorite. My mom's gonna love them all, but hey, I'm just saying, I'm kind of biased and have favorites. And then this one is just regular fawn. Yeah, this is the one. This one and the cream, they look a lot alike, but they are different. So this is the first project that I actually took the E6000 glue to go and use that. Note to self for next time, actually read the directions, because I swear I think I was getting high while I was working on this stuff, okay? So if you haven't used the E6000 glue before, just make sure that you're in a well-ventilated area, which I kind of was, but I was also using a lot of glue, and maybe it might have even been too much, but these are not coming apart without somebody actively trying to pull them apart or something. So that glue worked good. But yeah, I used a combination of that and the Aleene's depending on what I was gluing at the time. But on the back, I just have this fabric in there that's from Walmart that I used the, on the inside of the tart tin, there's like a circle part of it that comes out. And I just used that to trace like my batting and these fabrics back here. I did barely have enough room on my margins, on my puppies, to get them wrapped around. And so my edges were kind of ugly in some places. And so that's where some trim came in handy. And so that's why I just put in this tinsel trim, this tinsel ribbon. This I picked up at Walmart, I believe, whenever they was doing Christmas clearance last year. It was like $1 or something. And I just held on to it. Same thing with the hanging wired ribbon. I had picked it up on clearance also. So picking up stuff on clearance can be a good time to stock up for your crafter. I'm just saying. And then these bells, which they do jingle. I'm sure you've been hearing them this whole time, but they have a very nice jingle to them. I love them. But those I got off of Amazon. I'll put the link down below for what ones that it was that I got, but I like them on my, I don't know, I have a thing about jingle bells for Christmas. So whenever I'm doing a Christmas thing and making it into an ornament or something, I like to put the jingle bells on it. And okay, that was a little bit too much about the bells, but you know, I can't help it. But yeah, I'm super pleased with how all of these came out. And my mom is going to love them. They have been airing out for a few days now, because whenever I got done, I was like, oh my gosh, these are kind of like, you know, stinky. I don't really want to wrap them up and mail them to her. And then she opens up her box and she goes, oh, she like falls over dead or something, you know? So I've been having them sit out, get aired, get fully dried, and de-stinkify, because that stuff was a lot stinkier than I expected. But there's nothing funky going on now, and they're ready to go. And so I wanted to show you guys those real quick before I send them off, because I know you guys wanted to see. These ones were kind of an off and on project throughout the year, and I finally got them FFO'd, and now they're ready to gift. And so there we are. Alrighty. And so after those were done, I finally got to get back to my Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers, okay? So this is the chart and how it will look like whenever it's done. Now this project and I have had a love-hate relationship all throughout this year since I first started it. I started it back in March, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like half of it done in the first month, and we're gonna be just roaring to go, and this is gonna be done like super fast. That's not what happened. So it's been getting worked on off and on throughout the year. And so now here's where it's at since I got back to working on it a couple of days ago. Alrighty, so when you last saw this, I had 16 pages done. Yeah, 16 pages done. Okay, so here we go up at the top. Is that even gonna fit? Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I know that you guys have been missing this, and so have I. And so this week was the first time that I've actually worked on it since moving into my house. And I can tell you that it's so much easier to see and work on this fabric where I actually have good lighting to work with than it ever was whenever I was living in the camper. Because that was my biggest issue, was I chose this dark fabric. It's a 28 count Haunted Lugana by Picture This Plus. And the DMC is number 3756. And the grayish DMC that you see on there for the accents and stuff, that's DMC 647. But yeah, that was my biggest issue, was just the inability to see it that well to work on this fabric in there. There was another project I did on black in the camper on 28 count, but that was fine. It actually surprisingly didn't have any issues with that. But this, with the Picture This Plus, I think it was just a combination of it being dark and the X's are smaller. Like I've noticed on Picture This Plus, like the fabric shrinks more than with some other brands with their fabric whenever they do hand dyed. But anyhow, this is where it's at now. Let's see if I can hold this up very good. I don't know. So when you guys last saw this, I had the first 20, you know, that gray ribbon area there with the first side of the 20, that was done. And so from, dear God, this is weird to try and hang on to this. I should have got my clipboard and I didn't. Fail. So from here all the way that way, that's what I've done in the last few days. Alrighty, so I have 17 pages done now. And so with this, with the bird at the top, and this was spanning across page 17 and 18. So that took me a little bit longer than this area here did. But there we go. So I have a little bit of a start on page 18. And so that's where we're at for this week. I'm super excited to finally get back to this and actually be able to really work on it whenever I'm working on it, because hey, you know, being able to see stuff, that's kind of a useful ability, you know. But yes, but I want to keep my steam going. Like, I don't want to burn out on it or anything. I'm on a good pace. I think that I can get this done before the new year, and that will be a very good goal for me to work towards. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to break it up a little bit because I'm still working on the season 2 blocks, okay? So I still have the June and the December blocks to do. That's it, okay? So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'll do a page on pandemic, do a block, do another page on pandemic, do a block, and then I'll have whatever's left in December to actually FFO them, because there's 12 and I would like to have that done before New Year's too. So yeah, we'll see how that plan goes. But so far, I think I'm, like I said, you know, my biggest goal on this pandemic is to have that done. And since I finished that one page in like 3 days, I think it's very doable for me to actually get it done. I mean, you know, what do you guys think? I mean, you know, as long as I don't find any last minute squirrels, I think I should be all right. But that is everything that I have to show for you guys. Not really much going on in real life, just trying to get the last minute gifts, because what my husband's family does is they all draw names, kind of like a Secret Santa thingy, so that whenever we all gather again at Christmas, then everybody will have a present to open and nobody feels like they have to buy for everybody that's there, because that does get expensive. And so for every name that goes, I mean, you know, your name goes in, you're pulling a name out to get somebody. Yeah, I mean, you know how Secret Santa works. I don't know why I'm explaining it, but yeah. So we're doing the last minute shopping for that, and then I'm totally done. But I do still have to wrap stuff. All the presents for the kids are ready to go. We only have a couple more left to do for the Secret Santa stuff, but I haven't wrapped anything. I normally wrap everything as I get it, and then hide it, and then get our tree up, and then put them out by the tree. But I have been very naughty this year, and now I have to wrap all the stuff at once, which I don't like doing because it kind of takes forever. But we did get our tree up over last weekend, so that's all up. We don't have very many ornaments on it because, remember, we moved from California all the way here to Arkansas. So when we did that, we had to make some decisions on leaving stuff behind, because it's really expensive to move all your stuff that far. Just saying. So I just kept the sentimental ones, like, you know, the baby ornaments that the kids made, stuff like that. So we kept those, and I think we have like 15 or 20 ornaments on it. But you know what? That just means that there's a lot of room left for us to get new ones starting next year and make some. Because I have a couple that I made out of my cross stitch, and they're on there. So now I have a whole tree to make some more and put them on there. I mean, that's good news, right? And so, yeah, that's everything. Hopefully your December goes relatively calmly because I know that some people are like me and try to have their stuff done early. Other people are just, I mean, you know, they're still processing Halloween, processing Thanksgiving, and so there's like a cycle of who's going out and doing their shopping. So for those who still have their shopping to do, be safe out there. I know it's a little bit crazy trying to find certain things for the special someone, but it will happen and you will have a very Merry Christmas. Yes, indeed. And so I'll be back in a couple of weeks to show you guys how my pandemic is going. Hopefully still at the same pace. Maybe, well, no, I don't know if I can have it done in the next 2 weeks, but hey, maybe it'll at least be pretty close, but we'll see. I'll see you guys then. And although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.